Good morning. Welcome. This session will talk about the very start of engineering mechanics. That is, what is a force and what are its characteristics, and the force systems, how to categorize the force systems. Okay, so that is today's discussion. So, what is a force? Okay, so let me first define it, then we'll understand what it is. So, force means it is an action, okay, that tends to change or changes the state of rest or motion of a body to which it is applied. Okay, so if you see the keywords in this definition, force is an action, okay, that tends to change or changes, okay, that tends to change or changes the state of rest or motion of a body to which it is applied. Okay, so that is what is force, right? So consider a body, right? So if you say there is a force acting on the body, you applied it. So this force will try to change the state of this body. Like if it is in rest, it will try to move this body, or if it is in motion, it will try to stop the body. So that is change of state of the body from motion to rest or rest to motion. Okay, right. Coming to the characteristics, what are the characteristics of a force? Okay, so what are these characteristics and how they help us? Okay, the characteristics are nothing but the features of something so that you can identify. So there are three such basic fundamental characteristics for a force. So one is magnitude. Okay, so magnitude is a character of a force. Second one is point of application. Third one is line of action. Okay, so these three are very basic fundamental characteristics of a force. So if you want to identify or if you want to represent a force or to draw a force, okay, you need these three characteristics to be mentioned. So for example, here you see I have applied a force on this body at this point, let us say A. I have applied a force of, let us say, 10 newtons, and I have applied this force in this direction. Okay, so this is magnitude, 10 newtons is magnitude, and the point A where the force is being applied is point of application, and this line through which the force is acting is called line of action. Okay, so this is complete information regarding what is force and what are the characteristics of a force. Okay, so let us move to the force systems. Okay, So how do you characterize or categorize force systems? Okay, so what is a force system? Force system means number of forces acting on a body consists of a force system. Okay, so if there are number of force systems, okay, forces acting on a body, how do you categorize this? Okay, so let us go for the categorization is based on many factors, but this categorization what we are drawing now or considering now is based on the plane of action. Okay, so if any force system, like so many number of forces acting in a single plane, we call them coplanar force system. Okay, so coplanar force system. And if all the forces are not acting in a single plane, we call them non-coplanar force system. So all the forces shall lie in one single plane. Okay, you take any one plane like xy, yz, or zx, or any other arbitrary plane. So all the forces should be acting only in one plane. Okay, if the case is not so, then we call it as a non-coplanar force system. Again, these are subdivided. Coplanar force system is subdivided into four categories. Okay, so what are they? So one is collinear force system. Okay, the other one is concurrent force system. The other one is parallel force system, and the last one we call it as a general force system. Okay, collinear force system, concurrent force system, parallel force system, general force system. So the other name for general case of force system is non-concurrent, non-parallel. Okay, that is what is called general force system. Again, this non-coplanar force system is also divided into three categories. One is concurrent force system and parallel force system and general force system. Okay, so this only divided into three categories. Okay, because a collinear force system, a collinear force system is not possible in non-coplanar force system. Okay, so this is the categorization of a force system, right? Anyhow, we'll talk in detail about what exactly is each force system in the lectures to come, right? Thank you.